Weh, korang jomlah kita buat kerja IT sekarang.
Okey, jom tu.
Kau ke tu?
Phone aku sekejap. Kenal kau. Besar password ni. Okey.
Alamak.
Okey. Hello Aziz. Kenapa?
Yo Luis, tadi kau lupa tutup switch lampu dengan kipas bilik kita tadi. Tapi tak apa, aku dah tolong tutupkan untuk kau.
Oh ya. Kau dah tutup aku punya tu ke? Kipas kat bilik tadi? Oh, okey. Right. Thank you doh. Sorry doh, susahkan kau. Okey. Bye.
Weh Adriana, lampu kipas bilik kita tutup ke tadi?
Aku tak ingat lah.
Aku rasa tak tutup dulu. Tak apa, aku ada app ni yang boleh tutup lampu kipas bilik kita dari sini.
Oh ya, mantap gila.
Dah tutup dah?
Wow. App tu dia apa ya sebenarnya?
Aku pun tak sure. Apa?
Kalau tak silap aku cek dekat telefon aku, nama apps tu Smart Home kalau tak silap. Korang boleh lah cuba. Kalau korang macam tu. Kau ada kan? Aku yang tak ada.
Kita orang dah ada dah.
Ya?
Nak tanya, macam mana benda ni macam berfungsi?
Dia sebenarnya related dengan something yang macam apa Ajay? Tak ingat juga. For sure dia pasal IoT, Internet of Things kalau tak silap. Kan?
Yang tu. Apa benda tu?
Internet of Things.
So ni lah kita nak terangkan Internet of Things tu apa. Hi guys, today my group and I will be presenting about Internet of Things. So what is it? It's a system of interrelated devices connected to the internet to transfer and receive data. Internet of Things, or IoT, is currently shaping the way we live our lives. Internet of Things, or IoT, is currently shaping the way we live our lives. For example, some Apple users these days use Smart Home. A smart home is a residence that uses interconnected devices to enable the remote monitoring and management of appliances and systems, such as air conditioner, lighting, heating, and many others.
So, how does IoT works? IoT uses embedded systems such as processors, sensors, and communication hardwares. And what does it do with the data that it acquires? It will collect, send, and act on the data. What are the 4 stages of IoT architecture? The 4 stages will be the sensing layer, network layer, data processing layer, and application layer. For the sensing layer, it will collect data from different sources and it is connected to the network layer, either wired or wireless. And the layers include sensors as well as actuators. Sensors will convert physical characteristics from the environment to electrical signs, while actuators will take physical actions based on the input received from sensors. The second stage of IoT architecture is the network layer. In the network layer, it will provide communications and connectivity between devices, and it may include security features to protect against unauthorized access. The third stage of IoT architecture is the data processing layer. In the data processing layer, there are hardware and software components that are responsible for collection of raw data from devices and processing them, analyzes data that has been collected, as well as interpret data that has been analyzed. The last stage of IoT architecture is the application layer. In the application layer, it provides user-friendly interface and functionalities. The reason is so that the users can access to control IoT devices. User-friendly interface also includes software and apps, middleware services, analytics and processing capabilities. How does IoT connect with each other? IoT devices communicate with one another based on the information that they get from each other. These devices will network, connect, and communicate with one another, and it largely depends on the specific IoT app deployed. IoT devices have the same sensor data, and it will connect to the IoT gateway. What is an IoT gateway? An IoT gateway is a central hub for IoT devices to send data to. Nowadays, AI and machine learning are used by IoT as well. This is so that IoT devices can collect data easier and more dynamic.
IoT devices. IoT devices can be divided into two: general devices and sensing devices. These devices can either be connected via wired or wireless. These devices are also connected to the network via gateways. These gateways process the information collected from the sensors and transfer it to the cloud. Cloud acts as both storage unit and processing unit. Actions performed on the collected data is done via wireless interfaces like Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. To ensure its efficiency, the application must support a diverse set of devices and communication protocols. General devices gives the meaning that it is the main components of the data hub and information exchange. For example, home appliances. For sensing device, it usually functions as sensors and actuators. It will measure the temperature, humidity, light intensity, and other parameters. As you can see in the pictures, sensors will send data to the devices, and the devices will save the data into the cloud. The cloud then sends the data into the applications so that it can be used for other processes.
Alright, so since everyone has talked about the definition of IoT, example of IoT, how does IoT works, stages of IoT architecture and IoT connection, and also IoT devices. So let me proceed with applications in IoT. So first, IoT is very important in our everyday life. It is used for home lighting, vehicles, smartphones, wearable technology, online shopping, in-flight services, analytics, personal computers, music, and homes and appliances. Now, let's proceed to how impactful IoT is in healthcare. So it consists of deployment of interconnected devices that include sensors, actuators, monitors, detectors, and camera systems. So these devices will collect the data from the patient. Usually, patient's data received from sensors and other devices are in analog form, which need to be converted to the digital form for further data processing. So once the data is analyzed, and then it is moved to the data center of the hospital. Last, let's talk about IoT in agriculture. So there are 5 components of precision farming, which consists of GPS, auto steer, variable rate technology, remote sensing, and data collection. Then we have smart irrigation. Usually we will use the meteorological data, and the data is sent to the controller by a wireless connection. And then the water will be pumped out to the plants according to the humidity of the area. Last but not least, I will proceed to smart greenhouse. Here we have 3 sensors. The first is soil moisture sensor, which is a sensor that will be immersed into the soil. The connectivity of the soil depends on the amount of moisture present on the soil. And then we have light sensor, which is a very sensitive sensor that detects the visible light concentration. The sensor will detect the light intensity. Lastly, we have humidity sensor that detects the humidity of the surrounding area of the greenhouse. So, I think that's all from us. Thank you.